Well, it was an exciting and emotional day today. We recognized a couple girls that had spent a lot of time with us on senior day, and a manager who's been a lot to our program. So to come out with energy and execution throughout the game and keeping a lot of high energy was certainly an exciting day. Made it an exciting day, and how we executed and defended and rebounded. So I'm real proud of the team. Obviously, Bella had a big game, almost one rebound away from having a double-double. Asia Boone really jump-started us early in the game, knocking down some shots, but getting some rebounds. She ended up with 8 rebounds herself. And then Jordan Hodges from the point guard leadership position there really played very well. She was shot like 80% from the field, was 4 from 5, and she had 5 assists and only 1 turnover. So a good contribution really from the entire team. Emily Howard came in, did very well. Scored some big baskets early, and I'm looking down through here. I know she shot a pretty good percentage. Can't find her here. Okay, she was 3 for 5, and Ella Weigel was also 3 for 5, knocking down 2 threes and getting 8 points there. So good team contributions. Really proud as we're closing out, going into March Madness. You want to get those W's and be really effective with your offense and defense.
Well, you talked about it a little bit. This team today shot over 50% from the field and 8 for 8 on free throws. What can you say just about how much this team's shooting has evolved throughout the course of the year?
Well, it's an interesting point. You would hope you're going to shoot better at home. Unfortunately, we've had some bad shooting at home as well. But most of our games in the non-conference, or the majority of our games, are on the road anyway. And it's just good to be back home in the arena. I think our players feed off of Flames Nation and the fans there, and they're just more comfortable with the lighting, and really proud of how they're shooting the free throws, even though, hey, Bella made 7 straight in a row. Okay, well, we practice. I know it sounds crazy, but we practice. You have to make 21 free throws in a row before you've completed the drill. And sometimes, I mean, that's really gets very competitive. And we actually did that today. And so their hard work is paying off, and hopefully they see that.
You guys had 26 second chance points along with 15 offensive rebounds. Where does the aggression come from?
Well, we've been preaching it and teaching it all year long. We hold them accountable as we go into practice, and hopefully they'll carry it on into games. We do a lot of rebounding drills, so it is. Once you talk about a rebounder, okay, now you're getting into a philosophy. Okay, a good rebounder is fearless. A good rebounder is relentless with their efforts. So if we can just teach those 2 things, that you're fearless and you're relentless, it's just continued effort. The biggest part is getting over the fear factor, because who wants to be pushed and shoved and hit? Because that's what they have to do to be in there. And we do a lot of drills that are low impact, but they have to be physical with it. And it's just sort of paying off, and then to understand the value. If you out-rebound your opponent, the statistics, the studies show you win 60% of your games, and you could do other things not very good. But if you just do that, you win over half your games. So they understand the value of rebounding.
Speaking of other things not so good, you guys did have 17 turnovers today.
Yep.
So what needs to change going forward?
Got to handle the pressure off the ball, because on the ball is where the turnovers came, no question. But we got to do our homework before the pass is even made. And we weren't very good with doing our homework and handling the pressure more. And they do a great job. Give them, they lost the game. We won the game, but they do a good job of just trying to take you out of your offense. And they do that to everyone. So, yeah, I'm disappointed that we had 17. We had 7 turnovers in the third quarter alone. You take that away, and that puts us at 10. Our goal was to be 12 or less. So there's some accountability with that. They don't like that, but hey, that's life. You know, you cannot go out and play in the intersection without getting hurt. Somebody's going to run over you. Okay, so they understand the value of taking care of the ball. We just didn't do our homework before the ball even came to us. We got sloppy with it. And give them credit, too. They were very, very aggressive in trying to take us out of our offenses.
Talked about it a little bit earlier. Senior day, obviously. What can you say about this team's senior leadership?
It's been nothing but the best. It's a very fun team to coach. I really love this team, and that's outside of the wins and the losses. Tony Dungy, hopefully I can make this quote, and he was talking about success is measured in changed lives, and also with that, strong character and eternal values. This group embraces all of that, and they're fun, and it comes from the leadership. The younger players are learning it, but those are pretty good values. You know, if you change your life and you're looking at the right things, and one another saying that we have is from George Bernard Shaw, says progress is impossible without change, and if you don't change your mind, understand some things, then you're not going to be able to change anything. So this group has really embraced some certain principles there, and especially the leadership as young players. And you have people like Jordan Bailey and Bella and Emma Hass and Jordan Hodges. They're just wonderful to work with. It's a fun team to work with.
Last one for you, Coach.
Okay.
I'm sure you heard it all game long. The students chanting for Bella to stay for one more year. You think it's going to happen or not?
Well, she's been good to us. We want her to stay, and yes, it's fun to hear that, and I hope she wants to come back. And she has mentioned that she was coming back, and we've already made plans to try to get her back close to home as far as scheduling, and the transfer portal is crazy, and a lot of truth and unknowns and a lot of uncertainties happen in that thing, and it is life. That's what we got to deal with, but it's teaching us all to sort of be selfish in the things, and she's got to, I think she felt comfortable with being here. In fact, she mentioned that, she'd like to get her master's here, and we certainly would love to have her here.